Welcome to Heat Check, powered by Defunct.com. These are the highest selling vintage t-shirts on eBay over the last 2 weeks. Let's see who made the list. Alright, kicking us off at number 10, we have one of my favorite t-shirts here. We have the 1989 Bad Brains Quickness Tour t-shirt. Bad Brains was a big part of my upbringing and teenage years. So this t-shirt's super cool. Look at it. I love the back hit on this one too. World Tour 89. Yeah, this one's super cool. Don't see Bad Brains. I think this might be maybe the second time Bad Brains has been on the list. But here on the Hanes tag in the XXL. So actually might be a decent modern size. Let's take a look. See, they give us some measurements here. Measurements, yeah, 23 by 27. That's a decent size. That's, you know, like a modern XL, but still, that's awesome to see. It's a great size. This one sold for $900. Definitely, I think, worth the money, especially considering the size you have here on this one. Next up at number 9, we have a classic here. We have the Grateful Dead Deadhead Land tie-dye t-shirt. This one is one of the more popular Deadhead t-shirts out there, and Grateful Dead tees. The happeningest place on earth, obviously ripping off the Disneyland tee of a very similar design. Check out the back real fast. There's the back. At least you're enjoying I'm at least enjoying the rides. Super cool. These are great t-shirts. Obviously Grateful Dead t-shirts are legendary, and this one is one of those probably top 3. At least top 5, but maybe top 3. This one did alright, had 19 bids and sold for $910. Here we have the vintage Tupac. We haven't seen Tupac on this list in a while. I'll have to admit I'm a bit sus on this t-shirt, just because it looks so crazy clean. And anytime you see something this clean, you gotta like just ask yourself, like, is this legit? You almost can kind of see, like, here, it almost has like the sheen of something that might have dry rot. So I think this tag is, you know, one of the tags that was used at the time, obviously, but you just never know, and it just, you gotta be careful. That's why we always recommend using legitimate before you buy one of these things, because you do never know. But this one does appear to have sold for $980. Here we have an interesting one because we've actually seen this exact t-shirt before. This t-shirt was sold for something like, I think, $1,200 or so back in February by the same seller. My guess is this one got returned or canceled or something like that after being paid for, and we did confirm that it actually did get paid for, but it does appear that it did not all the way, the sale did not get completed and did not get kept for whatever reason. So it went back on the market and has now sold. This is the Melvin Stoner Witch shirt. We've seen this one before, Stoner Witch, excuse me, on the back. Obviously, they say down here is like the only one on the internet. I'm not sure if that's true or not. I have to go double check that. But either way, one way or the other, it did sell, and it sold for $999.99. Then we have this vintage Luxe Wrap tee. You could definitely have probably helped that having a better title, but either way, it's a great t-shirt. Just having shirt, because I had to like search for just the word T to actually find it. It did not come up in my first search of just shirt. But anyway, crazy back hit too. Like, look at this one right here. Yeah, super cool t-shirt. Again, when you see these bootleg wrap tees and they look super clean, it's always like, I'm always iffy on it. But again, legitimate. You know the drill. Anyway, super cool t-shirt. We've not seen this t-shirt, this design from this group before, so congratulations making it on the list. This one sold for a cool $1,000. Then we have the vintage Venom t-shirt, 1986, From Hell to the Unknown. This one looks super cool. Love the fade on this and how like the printing is still pretty clean still. Look at that. Crispy. It looks like, yeah, Screen Stars tag. Looks like it's in great condition. Oh, except that, yeah. Well, outside of that, it's like you got a little aggressive in the pit. Maybe, yeah, a couple little pinholes there. Otherwise, looks really cool, really great. And there's actually a lot of damage. Let me take all that back. But still a great t-shirt. Let's take a look. They do. I love this. Love this. These details here. Soft, thin, lightweight. Yeah, 50-50, obviously. The pit to pit is 21.5. Length is 25.5. So a little bit wider than you might expect. Obviously not as long as modern sizes. It says modern size estimate is a medium. That would not really be the case. In my opinion, 21 is an XL. That's when you start seeing modern t-shirts even sized as an XL. So 21.5, close to 22. I think you'd be much closer to a modern, large or medium for certain. Yeah, definitely a large. Maybe not an XL, I'm sorry. But still, that's pretty close considering the age of this t-shirt. So, anyways, dope t-shirt. This one sold for $1,200. Alright, then we have the Princess Mononoke anime film t-shirt. I really hope I'm saying that correctly. Let me know in the comments if I am. I am not familiar with all this anime stuff, and I'm bad with names like this. But anyway, cool t-shirt though. Like down here, 1997. Yeah, this is the stuff that's really hot right now. We're seeing a lot of this stuff out there on the Delta tag, the Pro Weight size XL. Let's see if it give us the measurements for that. Yeah, pit to pit, 24.5. That's a pretty significantly big. Delta's typically ran that way. But still, great t-shirt. I mean, if you're into anime, these are like hard to come by and really cool t-shirts. So this one sold for what they were asking for, and they got $1,200. Then probably my personal favorite of the list today. This is the Ramones worn t-shirt, worn by Joey Ramone himself as the Alternative Tentacles, which was the record label run by Jello Biafra of the Dead Kennedys, if I remember it correctly. I'm pretty sure that's the case. Here's a picture of him wearing it. We have actually seen another t-shirt on this list sold as worn by Joey Ramone. Rockaway Records has been, I guess, liquidating some of his old t-shirts or estates or something like that. Last time we saw one of the t-shirts, I think it was... Oh, it was a Social Distortion tee, and I think it also sold for $1,500. So they're getting what they want for it. These are cool t-shirts. Buying something like this is always super cool. Stop skate harassment. I mean, it would be just so cool to own a piece of, or a t-shirt worn by Joey Ramone. Yeah, there's the authentication. This is one of my favorite t-shirts on this list for sure. This one sold for $1,500. Then we have the Soundgarden Bad Motorfinger 1992. Says it's extremely rare. I'll take their word for it. I've seen other versions of this, I think, but maybe not this one in particular. Here we have the Middle Finger for Life. Bad Motorfinger. Yeah, that's great. That back hit looks so good. This one's really faded, but that back hit is something else, man. That looks crispy. Looks perfect for a 90s grunge tee that you're looking for. Size on this guy, let's take a look. Yeah, we're about 22 for sure. Yeah, it's just printed like that. Maybe it's not as faded as it looks like, but just printed that way. I don't see that. It looks like the tag has been removed. Either way, it's still a great t-shirt. This one sold as well for $1,500. Now, before we get to number one, if you're going to spend a fortune like on one of these t-shirts on this list, make sure that it's authentic by using the legitimate app in the description below. Use code LoopFam for 25% off your authentication. Alright, then at number one, we have the 1984 Stop Ricoh Hell's Angels t-shirt. This is a t-shirt, if I remember the whole story correctly, this is all about some issue with the Hell's Angels in a Ricoh case or something like that. And this was one of the protest t-shirts that they printed out at the time. Really cool t-shirt, obviously got history. This stuff that, these sort of zeitgeist moment, Keep America Free, love it. These zeitgeist moment t-shirts that were printed off at these times, these are always going to do well just because they have the history connected to them. This sort of 3/4 sleeve baseball t-shirt Super cool. Love the graphic. The graphic fades like really perfectly. By the way, just watch out. I did see a couple people using that same picture to sell basically what are well, there's modern reprints. So just heads up, be aware out there. Awesome t-shirt at the number 1 spot this week at $2,100 for this t-shirt. One of the cooler t-shirts with one of the cooler histories you will see out there.